Holly from Sewing Machines UK, and I'm going to talk about the Bernina 325. We're going to speak about it and review it, go through all of the accessories and everything. With this model, obviously you get the beautiful fascia, beautiful Bernina. You get a great manual, which is all colour, really nice, really clear. Then you get the beautiful extension table with this machine, which is really nice. Great for those projects where you need extra room. It literally slides on. It's super easy. Take it off as well. Just press this button and it releases it. So it's very easy to take on and off. Then you've got all of your extras. You've got all your bobbins, your oil, needles, cotton stops. You get loads of feet with it. So you get your standard like zigzag foot, number 1, with the machine, which does all of your stitches. Then you've got your overlocking foot, your button sewing foot, your zip foot, and your blind stitch foot, and they really easily snap on to the machine. And to do that, you literally click this little button at the back. You can take off feet and put them on. Super easy, just like that. That's a really nice feature. And with this machine, you do get the foot control, which you can use in the normal way, or you can use this machine with just a lead. So just your figure of 8 lead and your stop start button, which is really nice. This is your accessory bag to keep all your bits and bobs in, which is really nice. Nice embroidered Bernina there, made to create. There's your extra threads you get with the Bernina, the red, white and black. Here's all your tools. This is an unpicker as well, which is really handy. And then you also get your stitch like sample there, so you can sort of see all of the different stitches as you go up through, up to 40 on this. Then you've got your certificate of guarantee, which we fill out for you, and it's a longer guarantee as well. It's actually 5 years on the Bernina, which is really fantastic. And then you get this very handy accessories book, and it's got every accessory on there for all the Berninas, all the extension table, so that's really nice. Here's all your different feet, which you can get with the machine, and it gives you really nice descriptions of all of them, so it's very clear, you know what each foot does, etc. So that's really cool. That's a nice sort of diagram on that as well. This is the entry level to the 3 series. So you've got the really nice clear screen, you've got your stop start button. This is your speed control here, which is nice. You get 9 needle positions on this machine, and you get a beautiful sort of space here, the throat space, which is 6.3, so it's really good. You can roll up your quilts, get really sort of thick material through. You do get memory on this machine as well, which we'll go through, and lettering and loads of stitches, and we'll go through that all now. So we're going to thread the Bernina 325 from start to finish. We come round here, following the arrows, down here, up and through your take up, that wraps round right to left. Then we come through this little guide here, and then not to forget this little guide here, which just helps keep the thread nice and close to the needle. Then the last step is the needle threader. So you simply pull this gadget all the way down, you wrap the thread round here, and you sort of go backwards and forwards slightly, And then if you can see, that sort of pulls that little guide through, and that's threaded, all threaded, ready to go. So the final step before we can sew is to join the bobbin thread with the top. So we'll take the bobbin case out. You can pull it by this little lever. Here you can see the Bernina bobbin and the Bernina bobbin case as well. You pop this straight into the machine, and the little arm slots in to that gap, and you'll hear it click. That means it's in perfectly. Then we want to hold on to this top thread, turn the wheel, the main drive wheel of the machine, turn it all the way towards you, do a complete stitch, and that brings that bobbin thread up and through. And now we are ready to sew. Blade there to cut off your threads, which is really handy. And yeah, we're ready to sew. So we're going to be doing the just a basic straight stitch on the Bernina, and we press and hold the start, and that's it going. This is your speed control as well, so you can go real slow for your really sort of delicate projects. If you've got anything thicker as well, it can be really beneficial. And then you can go quite a lot faster, get some real speed there. And you can hear the Bernina like purrs along. It's beautiful quality. It sounds amazing. And stop is the same button. Now what we can do on this machine is we can do the needle positions. So at the moment we've got it set so when the machine stops, it stops with the needle in the up position. We can stop it so that it stops in the down position, and literally you do that by pressing this button, and you can see it on the screen here. So that's up and that's set to down. So that's a really handy feature. And then as we press to go, we're sewing along, and then when we click the stop, it will stop in the down. So it's easy to turn corners. It allows you to be really sort of precise, and it works with you. So now we're going to have a look at the zigzag and all the other stitches that are included in this machine. So if we literally select number 2, it's a sort of basic zigzag, and it has the recommended stitch width and stitch length for you, which is really handy. So we'll give that a go and see what that looks like. A nice zigzag. If we want to make that zigzag wider, we literally click this little button here, and then we can see how it's altering the stitch width and making it bigger. So that's quite a lot bigger, so we'll give that a go, and you can see the real sort of difference between them. It's really nice. You can be really creative with it. It allows you to really edit the stitches. And what we can also do is get really creative with the zigzag by using the stitch width and the stitch length. So we can get a really nice sort of tight zigzag, which is shown there. I'll show you how to do it. So lower the foot down. And we want to make a really wide zigzag, so move that width all the way up to the most you can on this model. And then we want to reduce the stitch length, so we're sort of bringing in those stitches, so we're wider but also sort of closer in length. Then we'll give that a go, and it's just a really nice sort of decorative stitch. Looks really stunning. And it's very, very easy to do just by moving and adjusting that stitch width and the stitch length. It's very, very easy to do. So we're now going to talk about the memory which is built into the Bernina 325. You've got two sets. You've got short-term memory and then you've got long-term memory. So short-term memory, really simply, is you would select your stitch, so a straight stitch for example, and then say you wanted a longer stitch length, so we'll move that right up to say 4 for like basting and stuff like that, and then you would be sewing along. If you then selected another stitch, doing sort of different things within the garment or project that you're doing, when you go back to the same stitch, so stitch number 1, it's saved that stitch length. And if you can see that little line that's flashing, that's the default setting. So you always know where you can go back to. But that's really handy if you want to sort of quickly fire through. So that's short-term memory. You can clear it as well with this button here, and that clears and brings you back down to the default. Also, when you turn the machine off and on again, that also clears the short-term memory. Long-term memory is great for letters and sort of designing your own stitches and combining the decorative stitches. So we'll show you the long-term memory on the letters. So you simply click on memory here, and that brings that up, and then we're going to do the A, and then you click enter here, and that saves the letter to the memory. We'll scroll along, we'll do B, just do a simple ABC. And then on this as well, you do have all of your different symbols as well. So the @ symbol, which is really useful, question mark. And if we scroll through this here, this underscore is actually a space. So that's really useful if you want to sort of do like first and second names or sort of sentences. Then what we do is we go to this button here, and that's going to take us right back through where we started. So we want to start with the letter A, and then if we pop our material under, lower the foot, and then as we press go, it's going to go through that whole sort of selection of letters. So it's going to go A, B, C, and then a space. Speed this up a bit. Now it's doing the B, and it comes up on the screen and sort of lets you know which letter it's doing. So that's really, really useful. Now it's moved over to the C now as well. So that's doing the C. The stitch quality on this is really nice. As you can see, it looks stunning. So we can see the A, B, C, and then the little space here. So the Bernina 325 has a really nice selection of practical stitches, which is all on here. And then you've got a buttonhole as well, and then you do get a sewing on button stitch as well. These are all of your decorative stitches up here, which are really nice, look really pretty. We're going to stitch out number 24 and number 23 in a minute. The quilting stitches are here, so number 38, 39 and 40. They're your real sort of quilting stitches. This machine's really good for quilting because you do get that nice space, the nice extension table, and then obviously all of your huge stitch width and the 9 needle positions as well on the 325. So now we're going to stitch out number 23. So to access these decorative stitches, you click the hashtag on here, and we want to do 23, so pop in 23, and that's now set up the stitch length automatically for you, perfect for the stitch, and the stitch width has been sorted as well. And then if we press go on that, and this is a real pretty stitch. It looks great on quilts, lots of craft, even dressmaking. It can look really, really pretty on the end of dresses. hear the Bernina absolutely purrs along. It sounds really good. The quality's there. The speed can go really fast, so it's 900 stitches per minute. So we saw that just then. It's really, really quick. And then if we stop that and get a nice preview of that, that's really, really pretty. And we've done that so easily. It's all built in, the Bernina screen, and all of the buttons and everything makes it super easy. Then if we also have another look at number 24, which is another favourite stitch of mine. Pop that in. Again, the stitch width, the stitch length has all been set up for you. You haven't got to do anything. Bernina takes care of it. Have a little look at that. That looks really, really nice. Really sophisticated design of the bobbin winder, and you can actually wind while you're sewing, which makes this machine great for like schools, universities, even businesses as well, because it's really quick and easy. So you pop your bobbin on here, and then you have got your you can use this for twin needle and also winding the bobbin. So you've got your extra thread holder there, which is really cool. And you would literally pop your thread on there, following the arrows, wrap it through the tension. It's going to go in between these little mini discs, and you'll feel it, it will get tension. Give it a head start, wind it round the bobbin, and then you move this little lever across and you'll hear it, it'll begin to wind. Now you can do this while you're sewing. So if we go back, come out of the memory, and we're going to go to just a basic straight stitch. So we can sew, have the machine sewing, and then wind the bobbin at exactly the same time. So it's like a little mini industrial, which is really good, because once this bobbin's done, you can quickly switch over. You've always got a bobbin available. I have thoroughly enjoyed making this video and reviewing the Bernina 325, the entry level to the Bernina 3 series. One of my favourite machines. It's so good, it's so ideal for people like students, schools, universities, as it's so easy to use, easy to thread. One of my favourite features is the extension table. I absolutely love it. I think it's so useful. It slides on so nicely. You've got this little window here so you can easily see the bobbin case as well, which I just absolutely love. You get the real quality. The stitch quality is beautiful, it sounds amazing, and yeah, you can always rely on a Bernina 325. Thank you for watching. I've been Holly from Sewing Machines UK. If you want to check out our website, check out this machine as well and all the other Berninas, visit sewingmachinesuk.co.uk. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Any comments, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you.